This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Erev Yom Tov, tonight is already Erev Yom Kippur, Tes Tishrei, and we know the great mitzvah of Erev Yom Kippur is eating. The Gemara Brachas Ches Hamid Beis in many other places, Darshans, Kol ha'oichel v'shoiseh, b'tshi mala olav ha'kasav ki'ilu mesanet shi va'asiri. So the question is there a mitzvah to eat tonight? That's what everybody wants to know. Do we get a mitzvah? Certainly tomorrow, every achila is a mitzvah, but does one get a mitzvah by eating tonight? I would like to be able to say yes. The truth is, the Magen Avraham quotes the Shla. The Shla discusses a case where somebody only eats meat on a day that you don't say tachnon. So the question is, tonight already, is that considered a day that we don't say tachnon? We know by mincha today, we did say tachnon. So that would seem to indicate that tonight is not a Yom Tov. Well, says the Shla, in places where the minhag is not to say too many slichos in the morning, then already at night it's considered a Yom Tov, and this individual would be allowed to eat basar. So some take this to mean that the Shla is bringing down that there's a tzad already, that the mitzvah of eating on Leil, the mitzvah of eating on Erev Yom Kippur applies to the night as well. It is not so clear that that's what the Shla means. The Shla may just mean that the night of Yom Kippur is already a quasi Yom Tov, but not that the mitzvah of eating already begins at night. In fact, according to most poskim, unfortunately, the mitzvah of eating does not begin until tomorrow. And the Bir Hagra and the Yad Efraim both prove this conclusively from the Gemara Ksubas on Daf Hey. The Gemara says that we don't get married on Motzoi Shabbos. Shema Yishchayt Ben Oif. We're afraid you might shecht animals on Shabbos for the chasana. So Abaye has the following question. If Yom Kippur comes out on a Monday, that means Erev Yom Kippur comes out on a Sunday, we should push off Yom Kippur, because since we're going to be eating on Sunday, we should be afraid on Shabbos someone's going to shecht behemos, says the Gemara. The Gemara says, first of all, it's not a problem, because for a chasana you're cooking for others. For Yom Kippur you're only cooking for yourself. You might not. We're not afraid you're going to forget and shecht an animal on Shabbos. But the second answer the Gemara mentions is Inami Hasam Islay Ravcha. Here, if Yom Kippur comes out on Sunday, you have time to shecht. You could shech the animal Motzoi Shabbos. Says Rashi, what do you mean shech the animal Motzoi Shabbos? Well, what are you going to eat Motzoi Shabbos? Says Rashi, Lishchayt B'layla Shehasuda Eina Ad Lamachar. The Suda is not until the next day. The Suda is not until the next day. What do you mean? But if the mitzvah of eating on Erev Yom Kippur applies in the night as well, then there's a Suda at night as well. So from here, the Gra, the Yad Efraim, and others prove that there is the mitzvah of eating Erev Yom Kippur does not apply the night before. But certainly, based on the reasonings that Rabbeinu Yonah writes to eat on Erev Yom Kippur, Rabbeinu Yonah gives 3 reasons why there's a mitzvah to eat on Erev Yom Kippur. One reason is very simple, to have kayach to fast on Yom Kippur. L'chara then, if one eats tonight to be able to fast better on Yom Kippur, then one would think it is somewhat of a mitzvah. Number 2, Rabbeinu Yonah gives a reason that on every Yom Tov, it's a mitzvah to make a simcha, a suda, to celebrate the Yom Tov. Well, we can't make a suda on Yom Kippur, so we make it Erev Yom Kippur. So if somebody is already mesameach tonight that Yom Kippur is coming, perhaps that's also somewhat of a mitzvah. Another reason Rabbeinu Yonah mentions to eat Erev Yom Kippur is because there are certain averos that Yom Kippur, that tshuva alone will not be mechaper for. You need tshuva together with Yom Kippur. So Baruch Hashem, we finally arrived, and it's almost Yom Kippur, so we could get a kapara for those lavin. Be it as it may, if that simcha already is starting to extend from tonight, then also perhaps it would be considered somewhat of a mitzvah. Be it as it may, the Gra and the Yad Efraim prove from the Gemara Ksubas Daf Hey, based on the way Rashi learns, that the Suda and the mitzvah of eating does not begin until the next day. But certainly already in the morning there's a mitzvah to eat, so we hope everybody is successful at performing that mitzvah. Wishing everyone a Gemar Chasima Tova, a Gebench Tiyar. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful evening.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.